You have entered the listening field, a quiet place to remember. You don't need to do anything, just listen. Today, I am reading a piece titled, You Don't Have to Be Ready, Just Willing. Letting Go Now. A reflection on fear, control, and the gentle return to trust. There comes a moment, maybe this one, when the grip begins to loosen. Not because everything is fixed, not because the plan is clear, but because something deeper is ready to breathe again. We spend so much of our lives bracing, gripping, clenching, trying to manage what might go wrong, trying to hold it all together: the house, the mind, the image, the life, trying to be ready enough, good enough, steady enough, safe enough. But what if safety isn't in the control, the tightening, the squeezing? What if it's in the spaciousness of letting go? Not the letting go that feels like falling, but the kind that feels like softly landing back in your breath, back in your body, back in the truth that you are already held. Fear isn't who you are. It's what you've carried to feel safe. Fear can feel like a fact, a constant background hum that says, you're not okay yet. But it isn't your truth. It's not your identity. It's just a signal, a frequency, one that's been playing on repeat for too long. Sometimes fear shows up as worry. Sometimes it shows up as control. Sometimes it sounds so reasonable, so responsible. It's hard to even recognize it for what it is. But underneath it is the body longing to exhale, is the soul whispering, you're safe now. Fear is not weakness. It's not a sign of failure. It is a reflex, something you learn to do when life felt unpredictable or unsafe, and maybe it even protected you for a time. But now, you don't need protection from your own becoming. You don't need armor to receive what's already yours. The fear that once served you is not serving you anymore, and you are allowed to let it go. What if they came to see you? Letting go of the fear of being seen before you're ready. I have this image, maybe you felt it too, of rushing around the house, straightening things, fluffing pillows, cleaning smudges no one else can see, trying to make everything, including myself, look just right before someone arrives. There's a certain panic that rises. What if they see this mess? What if they think I'm not ready? And I wonder, if someone you loved showed up unannounced, would you ask them to wait outside while you tried to make everything perfect? Or would you let them in, just as you are, and trust that they came to see you, not your performance? I remember a moment from my childhood. I was in second grade. My grandma Hazel was coming to visit, and my mom, already a woman who kept a tidy home, was on her hands and knees scrubbing the bathroom floor. We children were playing, joyful, carefree, and probably making a mess where she had just tidied. And suddenly, she began to cry. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. She wasn't crying because the floor was dirty. She was crying because of the pressure, the fear, the invisible weight of being seen and found lacking, especially by someone she loved, and someone who might possibly criticize her. My grandma had been raised in a way that prized appearances. The truth was, my grandma wasn't coming to inspect. She was coming to connect, to see us, to enjoy us, to be with us. And somewhere inside this scene, I imagine another presence. Not a Martha, but instead a Mary, a woman who isn't rushing. She's not panicked. She's not trying to earn approval or prove her worth. She is sitting quietly, present, ready. Not because everything is perfect, but because she knows she doesn't have to perform to be received. She is the one who trusts the moment. She is the one who knows she is already enough. She is the one I am learning to become. You are allowed to let go because your system was never meant to carry this forever. Fear is intelligent. It's not a flaw, it's a signal. A surge of electricity through the system saying, brace, protect, survive. It's part of your original design. This sacred biological technology, this body you live in, it was meant to help you respond, not to become your home. But over time, fear can become fused with identity. Not just, I feel afraid, but I am not safe. I must stay in control. I am alone. And the system, brilliant, adaptive, responds accordingly. It tightens. It clenches. The muscles hold. The breath shortens. The body becomes a shield. But you are not meant to live in a shield. You are meant to live in a vessel, a temple, a resonant interface between soul and form. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning the part of you that learned to brace. It means offering that part a new signal, a new experience of safety, a new frequency to rest into. You are allowed to let go because your system knows how to reset, because your soul is already whole, because trust is not naive, it is coherence restored. And you are worthy, not because you've earned it, but because you were built from it. Goodness is not something you achieve. It is the original code within you. Before fear, before striving, before shame. You are already known by the field, by your own soul, by the unseen that walks with you. And you can ask, not as a last resort, but as a birthright. Please help me clear what is not mine. Please help me restore the signal of who I truly am. Please help me release what my body no longer needs to carry. Letting go is not a collapse. It is a recalibration back into truth, back into trust, back into the design that remembers how to receive. Let go now, not because it's all figured out, but because you are already home. This isn't about waiting until the right time. This is the right time. Not because everything is fixed, not because you've perfected your response, not because the fear is gone, but because you have remembered something truer underneath it. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not alone. The grip can loosen now. The bracing can soften. The old stories can exhale, even just a little. You don't need to do it all. You don't need to know how. You just have to let go. Right here, right now. Not as collapse, but as return. Not as weakness, but as wisdom. Not because it is all done, but because you are ready to begin again differently. Letting go is not a failure of strength. It is a reorientation of trust, a signal to your body, your soul, the field around you. I choose presence over performance. I choose connection over control. I choose to let life love me back. And from this moment forward, let it begin. final whisper, a blessing. May the grip soften and the breath return. May the body remember it was never meant to hold it all. May the soul speak louder than the fear, and may trust find its way home through you.